Portfolio expansion. You're doing too much. What is portfolio expansion? When you're more seasoned as a photographer, you want to go and I'd call it expand your horizons. You want to go out and you see all these beautiful shots of these beautiful places in people's galleries, and you want to emulate those shots. You see this shot here of the Badlands in Death Valley, or this shot here of Moab, and you say, oh man, that's great, I'm going to go do that. I want that same shot in my portfolio. So then you start to expand. You start to go to these places and spend the money for plane tickets and gas money to go here and 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 to go here, for the whole sake of expanding your portfolio. There's two problems that you might run into with trying to expand your portfolio, and that sometimes it can turn into just getting the picture. And that's a very bad mistake to do as a photographer. Never just go just to get the picture. I know tons of photographers, tons of photogs who do this. They go out, they want that shot of Rainier at sunrise, they've got to have it, and they go to this spot, it has to be at this spot. And when they're there, they're going all over the place and they're running all around to grab a composition. They grab it and they leave immediately. And I asked them, I'm like, hey, did you have a good, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy yourself? Is it pretty badass? I don't know, I was taking pictures. That's a bad mentality to have, because you're just going out, you're just fishing out images which have no soul behind them. And isn't that the reason why you're into photography, is to express yourself? It's a huge form of expression. And you lose the art in the process of expanding your portfolio. I know a lot of young photogs who are out there too, and they're going to place after place after place after place. And that's great. If you're thoroughly enjoying going place after place after place, excellent, great job. Kudos for you. Happy for you. But there's an equal side of photographers who do the exact opposite. They'll just go out and fish out images. I've got to get to Denali today. Next week I'm going to be in Smoky Mountains. Next week I'm going to be in the Florida Keys. Expanding their portfolio because they have to expand their portfolio. You don't have to do any of that. And it really does show in their images, simply because they're not taking the time to really look at their images and say, this photo sucks and here's why it sucks, or this photo is great and I'm going to keep doing what I did with that photo. Take a minute, step back, slow down and breathe. Is it expanding your portfolio really worth losing yourself, losing the effort, losing the whole photographic process? I don't think it is. For example, I kind of went through an ordeal in trying to expand my portfolio. I was going to this place and then to this place. And then all of a sudden I started to feel really, really tired. And I'm not just talking about, I'm tired, I've been going for 8 hours. I'm talking mentally tired. I started feeling down on myself because I was there, yet I wasn't there. If that makes any sense. I was at this beautiful world-class location, but I wasn't there because I was so focused on getting a picture that I wasn't there enjoying what was before me. And that's a huge reason why you went into landscape photography, is to enjoy why you're there. Slow down. Slow down. And the second reason portfolio expansion may not be the best things to do is maybe you aren't seasoned enough. There are a lot of beginning photogs who go out there and they feel, hey, I've got to get here, I've got to get here, I've got to get here. You don't. Not at all. What you need to do is find a workflow that fits for you. Find techniques that work for you. Not necessarily even finding your vision or finding your style or any of that stuff. Find your workflow. Find the techniques that work the best for you. Do you work best if you go out at sunrise? Are you more of a night person? Do you like to hang out after sunset? Do you like to carry this backpack over a handbag? Do you prefer this kind of tripod head over this one? Work those things out first before you even think about expanding your portfolio. And it also goes hand in hand with post. How do you work best in post? Are you more of a Lightroom user? Do you want to expand in Photoshop? Do you like to use Orton Effects? Find workflows that work best for you rather than expand their portfolio. Because too many times I see a lot of young shooters going out there, they're not even seasoned. They bought this big, high, fancy DSLR and they're so excited to use it. And they go here 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 and they go here. And after a while, they've spent months and tons of money to go to these places and their photos are just there. And I kind of ask them, I'm like, okay, cool. You were at Yellowstone, but I'm going to be honest here. This photo is not very exciting. And this came from a critique that I did from a young 20-year-old who was getting into photography, and he wanted a critique done. And I looked at it and I says, okay, it's Yosemite. Cool. I see nothing here as a photo. He says, yeah, I just started a couple months ago. That's probably why, because you haven't developed a workflow yet. But he was so intent on expanding his portfolio, and that's a bad rut to be in. So think about those couple things why, expanding your portfolio may or may not be the right thing for you to do right now. Think about steps first. Take baby steps. Do you have a good workflow going on? Do you have a good mojo? Mojo, that's a scientific word for, stuff. Do you have a good mojo? Do you have techniques in post going on? And even location wise, do you have enough of your home area? And that's another big piece of advice that I like to tell people is take some time to shoot things around where you live. That's very important to expanding yourself, expanding your workflow as a photographer. Go out to your local park or go out to a river if you live near a river somewhere. Go somewhere that's nearby that you can easily scoot away for 5 or 10 minutes. You get off work and you go over here real quick and take some pictures. And you will gradually see yourself progress immediately just by doing that. Once you have enough images of, say, your home area, then think about expanding your portfolio a little bit. Think about those things, and I hope a lot of these things helped you a little bit, and maybe you were feeling a little bit of a rut. Hopefully you're nodding your head yes, and you're completely agreeing with me and sipping your cup of coffee. Let's hope so. So we will talk to you cool cats later. Take it easy.